Welcome back to our channel, The Crypto Society. Today, we're here to talk about altcoins and the best time to sell altcoins. Subscribe to our channel to never miss a crypto update. So without any further delay, let's get started quickly. So you came across another hot altcoin. We give you a suspicious benefit and assume you have done your due diligence in making sure that the project you invested in is legal. This video will help you guess the best time to sell your asset. The first thing you need to do is make a calculator. Look at the total supply of your cryptocurrency and how much each token will be for the market capitalization of your cryptocurrency to be the same size as altcoins, is to see if it needs to be the price. This is a price that won't reach right away. So if you find someone demanding your altcoin to reach $1,000 per coin when you have a supply of 100 billion, calmly and then please politely tell them that they are unrealistic. Compare with other top 5 to 10 cryptocurrencies. The second thing you need to do is ask yourself, is this altcoin going to beat Ethereum? Are all DeFi and thousands of other cryptocurrencies running cryptocurrencies, some of which are in the top 100? Is it bigger than Tether, which is a crypto asset for most of the transactions? This requires some research, so dig deeper into the top competitors to see if they really might be better. Disclaimer, probably not. Please be aware that the price forecast depends on the price of altcoins. There are many predictions about the price of altcoins, and many are expecting a price of 100,000 over the next few years. Let's be a little conservative and say it's going from 5 times the current price to $50,000 in the next 1 to 2 years. Now, assuming that some other large cap coins work in the same way, repeat the calculation in steps 1 to 2. After all, it might be a nice surprise to find that 50 times to 100 times isn't that unrealistic. Pay attention to the distribution of aggregate supply. This last one may not apply depending on the altcoin you invested in, but most of them, especially recent projects, founders, advisors, development teams, etc., tend to receive huge quotas for the initial supply of a particular cryptocurrency. It is likely to start selling when prices start to rise and may prevent prices from rising due to a flood of supplies to meet high demand. If in doubt, check out Mazari or ICO drops to see where all these tokens have moved, and don't leave your bag at the end. No one can read the future, but use past cryptocurrency data to guide history and tell us. Please let me explain. This is a very important lesson, so pick up your pen and paper. What we found was that in 2017, people fell into a FOMO trap and bought when altcoins soared. But the best time to buy altcoins was when it was low and people were talking about trash about altcoins. We don't have much data to pass in 2019, so let's use 2017 as an example. So, in 2017, if you bought when things were down or when things were down, you would have made a great profit. We kept hearing that altcoins was a scam in 2018. Altcoins is going to be zero and altcoins is dead. But this is the time when smart investors began to buy and buy more, as prices were 80% cheaper. So many people don't understand the basics of investing. You are trying to buy at a cheap or fair price and are trying to make money by ending at a higher price. Most people buy in when others are panicking and panic when others are panicking. So again, let's make history our best teacher. We call this the flock spirit, or completely following the flock, or imitating a novice investor. That big mistake happens over and over again. We learned a difficult way to be a good investor. You have to go against all human emotions, fight the crowd, and learn what they're doing. Yes, you're actually going to learn from others, contrary to all the basic instincts you have as a baby. As a result, so many people fail to invest and therefore cryptocurrencies. You've heard it many times, and we say it again. Maximize profits with all types of investments. Buy at a low price and sell at a high price. Please read this again and write it down. This is one of the most important but basic things to be a wise investor. This sinks, and if you follow this simple rule, you can make big profits in any investment asset class, not just cryptocurrencies. We believe another scary bear market is on the way. Don't panic. I don't know when this will arrive. Just saying that it happened in the past will happen in the future. This is also because we are using history as a guide. Everyone is too bullish in 2019. please understand that no one can continue the course and buy the exact bottom and sell the top. It's almost impossible. But, like the example above, you can always learn from historical data, which can guide you and help you get going. It's a very powerful tool, and often it repeats, as history can repeat. This is an unstable world, and if you remember the simple rules I gave you today, it can work. Remember to be patient, emotional, not panic, and put pressure on yourself to buy and sell panic just because someone else does. Do your research and learn the timing, and you can see much better results. Thank you for your bank account in the future. Why buy altcoins? Altcoins has become an increasingly large part of the crypto market since the beginning of 2021. Cryptocurrencies and blockchain are about moving money and property rights to the internet. This is one of the largest addressable markets the internet has ever attacked. At the beginning of 2021, Bitcoin accounted for more than 70% of the crypto market, according to TradingViews. By the end of July 2021, Bitcoin's market share had fallen to 48% of the global $1.6 trillion crypto market, with altcoins such as Ether and USDC dominating. In fact, according to CoinMarketCap.com, the crypto market currently contains over 11,000 altcoins. Altcoin falls into several different categories. There are technology platforms such as Ethereum, the blockchain where Ethereum is built and provides the foundation for a growing decentralized finance movement. There are stablecoins, or digital currencies that are fixed to real currencies or other assets. And there are meme currencies like Dogecoin. What does investor need to know about the altcoins? An altcoin is a combination of the two words alt and coin, and includes all Bitcoin alternatives. The basic frameworks of Bitcoin and altcoin are similar. Therefore, they share code and act as peer-to-peer systems, or as huge computers capable of processing large amounts of data and transactions at the same time. In some cases, altcoin aims to become the next Bitcoin by becoming a cheaper way to trade digitally. However, there are some differences between the two entities. Bitcoin was one of the first iterations of cryptocurrencies, and its philosophy and design set the benchmark for the development of other coins. However, its implementation has some drawbacks. For example, proof of work, or POW, the consensus mechanism used to create blocks, takes energy and time. Bitcoin's smart contract features are also limited. Altcoin improves the recognized limits of Bitcoin and establishes a competitive advantage. Some altcoins use the proof of stake, or POS, consensus method to minimize energy consumption and the time required to create new blocks and validate new transactions. Another example is Ethereum, the world's second largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization. It is used as gas, or transaction cost payment, in Ethereum smart contracts. Altcoins also supports traditional criticisms of Bitcoin. For example, stablecoin does not show Bitcoin price volatility, making it an ideal tool for everyday transactions. By distinguishing it from Bitcoin in this way, altcoin has created a market for them. Next, this attracted investors to see their potential as an alternative to Bitcoin. Investors expect altcoin to gain more traction and users and profit by valuing prices. Is altcoins a good investment? The altcoin market is still in its infancy. It's an unequal combination. The number of altcoins listed on the crypto market has grown rapidly over the last decade, attracting hordes of retail investors by enthusiastically betting on price fluctuations to accumulate short-term profits. However, such investors do not have the capital needed to generate sufficient market liquidity. The thin market and unregulated conditions will cause silver volatility to skyrocket an altcoin valuation. Consider the case of Ethereum Ether, which peaked at $1,299.95 on January 12, 2018. In less than a month, it fell to $597.36, and by the end of the year, Ethereum's price plummeted to $89.52. Altcoin reached a record price of over $2,000 2 years later. Time trading can provide traders with a wealth of profits. But there is a problem. The cryptocurrency market is not yet mature. Despite some attempts, there are no defined investment criteria or metrics for valuing cryptocurrencies. In most cases, the altcoin market is speculatively driven. There are some cases of dead cryptocurrencies that have not gained sufficient traction or have simply disappeared after collecting investor money. Therefore, the altcoin market is for investors who are willing to take the great risk of doing business in an unregulated emerging market that is prone to volatility. They should also be able to cope with the stress that results from severe price fluctuations. For such investors, the cryptocurrency market is of great benefit. So, that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit like and subscribe to our channel, The Crypto Society. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section.